Hey guys, this is Jaanhavi Mahendru, and today we are going to Zoom interview a very talented lady, Miss Rupha Ramani. She's a writer, she's a presenter, she's currently working with the Indian Premier League, that is the IPL. And along with that, she has also interviewed many prominent cricketers like MS Dhoni, Sanju Samson, and DJ Bravo. So that is amazing, getting like being an athlete yourself and then getting into the media department of sports. That's really nice. And so, ma'am, what all things are required to be a sports producer or to get into sports anchoring? What qualities should a person possess?
Okay, to get into sports, okay, there are different kinds of things that I feel that is important in different roles.
Okay.
For being involved in sports, first of all, you need to love sports. You need to love watching sports, talking about sports. I think that's important. Passion, interest, inclination is absolutely essential.
Very,
Um, that's what probably will help you do a good job no matter what role you do. Now, when you ask me about anchoring, obviously it has to mean you should be a good listener. You should be able to um, have a good diction. First of all, the way you talk, the way you communicate, the way you get your message across has to be clear, has to be good. That's the basics. Then of course the knowledge of it, how good you know what you're talking about. Or even if you're not, if you're interviewing someone, or if you're talking to someone involved in a particular sport, how well you know that person, or how well you know that sport is extremely crucial. And also you know hard work. There is no replacement for hard work, and there is no substitute for that, no matter what profile that you end up wanting to follow.
very true, ma'am. I think so. Hard work is something which every person should have, no matter whatever field they are into, so that person can excel that way. It's just that you have to start from the basic and then you go level wise, and then you reach the final destination.
Yeah, it is difficult. I know it's not easy. It's definitely not easy if you don't know the right people. Yes, it is all the more difficult.
Yeah.
But I won't say it's impossible. Nothing is impossible. I feel if you know the right people, all you need to do is you need to ask someone who will know someone. Like when they say 7 degrees of separation, I totally believe in that. We all know at least 6 people to reach. I mean, you can't say tomorrow that, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
How can I speak to Barack Obama? I don't think I'll be able to. No, I think you will be able to. You will know one person who will know someone who will know someone whom you can kind of connect to and reach out to the people you want
Yeah.
to. You just need to figure out your path and how
Yeah.
you can do it. it,
Yeah.
it comes down to that person at the end of the day.
Yes. And like it was my personal experience, like connecting to you. So I was thanking Antara ma'am that she connected me to you. So that way, yeah. So
MS, again took over during the time when India had a horrid run, and they lost badly at the World Cup. It was a
yeah.
horrible time, and then to win the first ever T20 World Cup, fantastic. And from there was no looking back.
And ma'am, do you also think when you talk about MSD, so do you think that recently in the IPL, somewhere or the others, Chennai is lacking that form and is not coming back to the game and impacting the way they used to in 2019?
Well, obviously, it's been a long while, and it's. I think one thing we can't forget is that a lot of cricketers haven't played international cricket for 6 months, so there
Yes.
is a lot of rustiness. There is a lot of there is a huge gap in that sense to fill.
Yes.
Yes, they haven't really. Yes, there are many concerns in the CSK squad for sure. When you look back at the last two matches, a lot of changes have happened within a few games itself. But I don't think it's anything that cannot be solved. I think, yes, there are a few concerns that could be long term, but which can be tackled when it has to. But when I talk about the IPL now, I think it can be solved. There are a few injury concerns that will solve in the next few days. So then you will probably see a far better performance in some aspects. And yeah, I just feel it's very temporary concern in a lot of ways, and nothing that can't be solved in the next game. I think the presence of someone like a Raidu or Bravo coming back when he's fit will
Yeah.
just make the side look completely different.
Yeah, and especially I've seen Raidu in a spectacular form, going and hitting on boundaries, and that's very nice. And I think so, Raidu is getting a very good representation when he has come over the years back to Chennai and not playing from Mumbai. So his form and everything has changed. You have like working with the IPL team, and you have interacted with so many players. So who, according to you, is the most easy one, like to interact, a jolly one, easygoing?
I think a lot of West Indian cricketers are absolutely amazing to work with and interact with, because I think they tackle cricket and the relationships in cricket the way they tackle life. Everything is easy. Everything is laid back. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing that can't be solved. There's nothing that is a big problem for them. I think they're they're amazing cricketers as it is. So do New Zealanders. I think the Kiwis are fantastic. And of course, Indians, I would say if I was a non-Indian, I would find it difficult to connect with Indian cricketers because language is very, very important when you actually, become friendly or when you try to strike a rapport. So that way, I do have an advantage when it comes to tackling Indian cricketers or speaking to them because I already have an advantage of being from the same country. So it's okay. I know exactly how to work around things, which a lot of non-Indian journalists or media professionals may not know.
Yeah.
But as an Indian journalist, it's also then easy to work with like a Kiwi, a New Zealand cricketer or a West Indian cricketer for sure. I mean, they're just damn, and South Africans, so sweet, just really, really sweet people. So yeah, I mean, all of these guys are amazing to interact with, and you learn so much every time you have a conversation with them.
Yes, yes. And especially, I am a big fan of DJ Bravo. So I have met, in fact, I was shooting for the West Indies versus Afghanistan T20 matches held in Lucknow. So I had a very good interaction with the West Indies team, and everyone was so good. In fact, Polar, such a huge man, big man, but still, when you talk to him and when you interact with him, he's very nice and very kind.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I mean, that's one thing that I like about this is you feel like on the ground, on the field, they're such different people because they're so competitive. But when you meet them off the field, they're very, very sweet. They're normal people. They're not very scary for sure. Yeah.